Logitech G920 versus the Thrustmaster Ferrari 458. The real question here is whether the Logitech, which costs a lot more, actually earns it, because it gives you real force feedback and pedals that fight back, while the Ferrari 458 is a plug-and-play starter wheel with no force feedback at all. For casual laps, cheaper might be plenty, but for serious sim racing, it can feel like a toy. By the end, you'll know which one's worth it for you. Let's make it clear. Both wheels give you that stepping stone from a controller into something that actually feels like driving. But the moment your hands land on them, they're not even playing the same game. The Logitech G920 runs dual motor force feedback, which just means the wheel physically pushes back on you. You feel the front tires start to slide, the curb rattle up through the rim, the weight of the car shift in a corner. That's the whole reason to spend on a wheel, and here the G920 delivers it. The catch is that its feedback comes from gears, not belts, so it's a bit louder and notchier than pricier setups. You can feel a slight grind at low speeds. For most people at this level, that's a fair trade for real strong feedback. The Ferrari 458 doesn't have force feedback at all. None. It leans on a bungee cord that just springs the wheel back to center, so you get resistance but no information. You won't feel the road, and near the limit, that hurts. Reviewers who pushed it in Forza kept spinning out because the wheel never tells you when grip is gone. For cruising around casually, it's fun and it beats a gamepad. But if immersion is the thing you're chasing, this is where the gap between them gets huge. That gap carries right down to your feet. The G920 gives you 3 metal pedals, throttle, brake, and clutch. And the brake in particular has a firm, progressive feel that a lot of owners end up loving. One even said it behaves more like the expensive load cell brakes than anything at this price. Serious racers may still find it too stiff or want to mod it down the line, but for the person moving up from a controller, it's genuinely solid. The Ferrari 458 only gives you 2 pedals, and they feel lighter and cheaper, with no clutch and no real braking nuance. And here's the practical headache on the Thrustmaster. Those pedals slide. It's the complaint that comes up again and again. The base is too light to stay put on a normal desk or carpet, so mid-race they wander off and you're stabbing at air. People end up building or buying a stand just to pin them down. The G920's pedal set is heavier and more planted, so on that front, it's the steadier setup out of the box. On shifting, the Logitech bundle throws in a proper 6-speed H-pattern shifter, the kind where you actually row through gears like a real manual, which is great for truck sims like ETS2 or old muscle cars in Forza. It's not perfect. A few owners say it can feel a little toy-like and miss the odd shift, but having it at all is a real bonus. The Ferrari 458 sticks to metal paddle shifters behind the wheel, which are fine and clicky, but there's no stick shift option. If manual gear rowing is your thing, only one of these covers it. Build-wise, both feel decent for what they are, with metal paddles on each. The G920 goes further with hand-stitched leather on the rim and a sturdier overall frame, and long-term owners report years of use, one clocking something like 4 years of heavy driving with the wheel still going. The Thrustmaster is mostly plastic and a bit more toyish in the hand, though it holds up okay for casual play. Compatibility is where you need to pay attention. The G920 works on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, which makes it the flexible pick if you ever move to a computer. Just know that on PC, you'll spend a little time in the drivers and in-game settings dialing it in, not pure plug-and-play. The Ferrari 458 is Xbox only. No PC, no PlayStation. It sets up dead simple, but you're locked to one ecosystem. So what does all this cost you? Straight up, the Ferrari 458 is the far cheaper option, and that's its whole pitch, a low-risk way to try a wheel without much outlay. The G920 costs a good deal more, and for that, you're getting the real force feedback, the 3-pedal set, the shifter, and the broader platform support. One thing worth knowing, the G920's value case is strongest when it's discounted, which it often is, and it makes a lot less sense near its full sticker price. The Thrustmaster stays cheap and steady. For the money, you're really deciding between a full sim starter kit and a simple budget wheel, and each one earns its price for a different kind of buyer. Here's the call. For most of you jumping in, the Logitech G920 is the one I'd hand over money for because the force feedback actually tells you what the car is doing. The metal pedals hold their ground, and it follows you from Xbox onto a PC later. That's the full sim starter kit. But if you only want casual laps now and then and don't care about feeling the road, the Ferrari 458 gets you off the gamepad for way less. And if a real stick shift in ETS2 or Forza is the dream, only the Logitech covers it. No contest. Watch for sales on the G920. It drops often, and that's when it makes the most sense. And you, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Links are in the description.